So I'm going to be demonstrating how to make a very, very inexpensive bucket water for your chickens. So what you're going to need is a bucket. Now I went ahead and got, Lowe's has a new 2-gallon bucket out. You can also get the 5-gallon bucket that they have. Home Depot has the same thing. Now the reason I decided to try the 2-gallon bucket, the 5 gallons actually is just as cheap as the 2-gallon, but the 2-gallon is a nice size. If I'm going to hang this off of my coop, I can't hang a 5 gallons worth of water off of my coop. It's just too heavy. So I'm just going to go ahead and use 2-gallon water. The other thing is that the 5 gallons a lot longer, which means you have to hang it much higher up in the air in order for the chickens to get underneath to drink. So that can be an issue if you're trying to find places, if you move your chickens around a lot and you're trying to find good places to hang your water. You don't always have a very convenient place. So basically the bucket, and I got a lid. You're definitely going to want a lid with it because otherwise you'll get algae growth in your water, which you don't want. So that was about I think it was like $6 or $7 with the bucket and the lid, and then these 360-degree stainless steel poultry nipple waters, which you can get from QC Supply for $1.95 a piece. So with shipping and everything else, I think it was about $8 for these two. So we're probably looking at about $15 for the whole thing. You just have to, and the labor to get it installed is very, very small. So tool-wise, what you'll need is you'll just need basically a drill with an 11/32 drill bit, and then just a socket wrench to, or just a regular wrench. Doesn't have to be anything fancy like this, but just to screw in the nipple waters. So what you'll want to do is drill into the bottom, and it's really important that you drill real straight. If you don't drill straight, if you're off a little bit, then there's a good chance that your water is going to leak. And then once it's leaking, then you've got to do put some sort of sealant or something to stop the leak. And it's just better if you get it right the first time. So pretty simple. I'll just trying to be really careful about being straight down. Okay, that's one side. And I try to put them fairly far apart from each other because I want the chickens to be able to, I want more than one chicken to be able to get a drink off of this bucket, and I don't want them to be super close together because if they're far enough apart, they can both drink without one getting irritated with the other one. Okay, so hopefully those will be straight enough that we won't have any leaks. So then you take your poultry nipples here, and you can get it started just by hand. Screw it in, just so it holds, and then socket. And it is important. Actually, I'm going to redo this one. It looked like it was going in a little bit crooked. That's a little bit better. So it is important not to over tighten these. If you over tighten it, you can crack the plastic. So we definitely don't want to do that. I'll check it just to make sure I don't over tighten it. So that's it. So pretty much throw some water in the bucket, make sure clean out any plastic shavings that you've got, and you can go ahead and give it to the chickens. All right, so I put a little bit of water on the bottom of the bucket, and as you can see, when the chickens hit these things, water comes streaming off of it. And you'll tell if there's a leak because it'll leak, you'll get water around here, like right along the bottom here where it screws in. You'll have a little water on the metal part, and that'll just stay, and that's fine. But if you get leaks or if you get water coming from here, you know that it didn't seal properly, and you might have to add some sealant. One of the limitations of this simple bucket water is that the only thing you have to hang it on is basically just a handle. So if you want to, like if I wanted to sort of hang it on the back of the coop, I mean I could do that like that if I really wanted to, but that's not the most secure. Plus I think it puts a little too much pressure on the coop. So you could drill in and fashion some wire and make a hook. I'm just gonna take this pin here, put it like this, and then just hang it. So that's pretty inexpensive, simple, and you probably get these for, you know, $1 or so. So it keeps us in the $15 to $16 range on our bucket water. So it's simple as that. I'm going to hang the bucket water off my fence here, where it's relatively sturdy. I don't have to worry about doing any damage here with the weight of the water. Also, I've got a good amount of shade from this nectarine tree. That way the plastic doesn't degrade quite as much.